Let's start with a quick Lightship recap. Back in 2023, we published a detailed walkaround of what was then called the Lightship L1 prototype with co founder Ben Parker. The luxury travel trailer converts to road mode for efficient aerodynamics and propels itself with electric Trek drive technology. In 2024, we published even more detailed coverage of a pre-production Cosmo edition of the trailer, now called AE1. We visited the factory again in August of 2025 to show how the first production models are built. This special presentation picks up as our 2025 factory tour wrapped up.
This is our now production grade Trek drive hitch force sensor. This is actually one generation newer than the one that we'll use on the prototype vehicle that we're taking out. They operate the same. This one's just a bit more refined. You can see how it works. You've got a pair of load pins here, and all of the force from the truck or between the truck and trailer goes through these load pins. This is how we measure how hard the trailer is pulling back on the truck, and then tell the trailer motor to spin up to help the truck so that there is zero force maintained on the hitch. So basically the trailer feels like it's kind of floating on the truck, and I'm excited for you to experience it.
I'm very excited, yes.
Huge performance boost, great for fuel economy, great for range. I think many trailers will be built like this in the future.
Well, this is cool to see, but I'm ready to experience it. So can we go do the truck drive now?
Let's hit the road.
Let's do it. All right, so we are getting ready to tow the trailer behind us, and it is in its road position, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have the Trek drive system on yet, so the Rivian will feel the full weight of the trailer, but it's ready to tow.
Okay, great. So let's get started here. We're gonna drive around a little bit with no Trek drive on, see how that feels, and then we'll turn it on.
So this trailer, as it's loaded, is probably just over 8,000 pounds.
8,000 pounds, okay. Now, can you tow it with the unit expanded, or?
You could at low speed, but it's not designed to go at high speed in the camp mode. It would be kind of top heavy.
Well, it's better overall. I was just curious. And you guys have done some testing as far as the efficiency with towing it already. So what are you kind of gauging as far as your average numbers? I know it is very dependent on a tow vehicle, but.
I guess maybe I'll use this as an example. I can tell you for a gas or an electric truck. Electric truck on its own at highway cruising speed does maybe 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. With the trailer behind it, truck drive off, it does maybe 1.7 to 1.9. With a traditional box trailer, it would be doing like 1. So much better already. When we put the truck drive on, we'll get you back to within 10 and usually within 5% of your unladen range. Now, if it's a gas truck, normally a gas truck gets, 9 or 10 miles a gallon towing a box trailer, or really any traditional travel trailer. With our Lightship truck drive off, you'll do probably 14 to 15 miles per gallon, and that's just thanks to the aerodynamics. And with truck drive on, we'll get you above 20, so basically back to your normal highway fuel economy.
Well, I'll already say that, as far as like the feeling behind here, I can feel it, but it still feels slightly different from a traditional trailer with how high, another RV that I have towed, or even a U-Haul.
It's not at all susceptible to crosswinds, for instance, because it's the same height as the truck and because it's got that really aerodynamic profile. So you could have a serious, 50 mile an hour side gust or get buzzed by a semi truck, and you won't feel it significantly destabilized. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, so you can see right now it senses the real weight of the trailer, 8,000 to 8,500. And at that low speed, we're doing about 2 miles per kilowatt hour.
do you see in the future there being an opportunity for the company to integrate that app in an Android Auto system or a Apple CarPlay so that they can do it like on their screen? Obviously, the Rivians, they don't have that ability, but other vehicles do.
I'd like to. Yeah, I mean, I think the deeper we get into this and with more units on the road, I think doing a partnership with a truck manufacturer where we can show some of the trailer information right here on the truck screen would be great. It's already pretty good because you have the tablet up here in the cab with you.
Okay, so we just turned on the Trek Drive.
Feel that?
Yeah. Wow.
Right now it's designed to turn on at 15 miles an hour. Now, when you hit the brakes on the truck, it just kills the power altogether.
Okay.
When you start to regen with the truck, the trailer will regen with the truck. If, for instance, you do a hard liftoff, hard regen, the motor will get maxed out and soak up everything it can from the truck, which again is about 80 kilowatts. If you were coming down a mountain pass, most of its inertia, it would be able to convert back into energy for its battery pack. Feel how nice it is through the turn there. It was already on, but it really keeps the truck stable through it.
It's really like you can really feel it once it hits over that 15 mile per hour zone. It's just like, oh, you're gliding.
Yeah.
It's like almost kind of feels like it's pushing you a little bit, to be honest.
We take it right up to that edge, so it's always got a very light tension on the hitch, but almost none. Yeah, it's pretty cool for hill climbs, for instance, because you can be going and you feel like you've still got tons of power going up the hill.
You can definitely feel the weight of the trailer on the takeoff, but then the second you get over that, that 15, it just feels like you're like, woo, you're on your way.
The simplest way to think about it is that for most trucks, whether it's gas or electric, we'll be able to roughly double your range. So you can go twice as far, use half the fuel, thanks to Trek Drive and the great aerodynamics. Going a level deeper, you've got about 75 kilowatt hours of battery pack available to you.
That's usable?
Yeah, it's about 72 usable, 77 gross or 78 gross. If you're going at cruising speed on the highway, then like call it, I don't know, with a trailer, it's maybe 60, 65. The truck will not feel the impact of the trailer in terms of its fuel economy or range for about 300 miles. We have a lower limit that we can set on the battery. So that means that the Trek Drive will cut off at that point.
That threshold.
Yep.
Okay.
Say 20, 25%, because you don't actually need that much for the camping side of it.
Especially because you get solar everywhere, yeah.
Right. So most people will probably use Trek Drive for 200, 250 miles on a run and then shut it off, which is a big day.
Yeah.
If you wanted, of course, you could fast charge the trailer and the truck.
Sure.
On your route.
Just provides, some great flexibility. I'll say when I came to a stop at that light too, it felt very like, that's when I start towing a trailer for the first time, that it's different than what I've towed before. I get a little nervous about the braking feel, but it felt really smooth and really nice. It didn't feel intimidating at all.
Maybe something like an Aptera aside, most EVs, most electric vehicles, you can't put a big enough solar system on the roof for it to really have a meaningful impact on the range of the vehicle. If you're out for 5 or 6 hours on the road, you're always pulling in solar energy, even when you're driving, and that will equate to around 10% or around 30 extra miles of Trek Drive range, just thanks to the solar system.
Okay, so you don't have the solar is always on. Mm-hmm. Now, you were talking about like the camera systems and stuff like that on the trailer. Is that something that you can see on the app while you're towing it as well? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, you can both see it on the Atlas. So you can get the full view of what's going on behind the trailer, which is just nice for awareness.
Well, I could see a feature like the cameras being, something that you would want to turn on and off, especially if you are going to go to a DC fast charging stop.
So if you let off a little bit, feel the regen. And so the trailer is also regenning at that point.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of like pushback on it.
And then give it some gas. 8,000 pounds and it feels like a featherweight.
It's wild because it's long. The push is just like insane. It's so crazy. Effortless. when I drove a box truck a long time ago, I pulled into a parking spot and didn't look up above, and there was a tree branch that came over. And yeah, so I will always be looking upwards from that moment on. But I feel like this is low enough to where it's like, oh yeah, I don't like have to be that worried because it's not that much higher than my tow vehicle, you know?
Yeah, it's within 2 inches of the top of the truck.
How exciting, you guys!
Yeah.
You're doing it!
Future of trailering.
I love it.
Thank you for watching this latest video, and to learn more about Lightship, see the link in this video's description. We hope you'll subscribe so we can continue to bring you these types of videos. Until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.